China, famous for the Great Wall, noodles, and of course,
Dragon Warrior.
and kung fu moves that come with their own subtitles. This is the same nation that didn't just give the world dumplings and dynasties, but also launched an economic revolution. As the world's second most populous country, China has made leaps and bounds, especially in manufacturing. In the late 80s and early 90s, it recorded annual GDP growth rates north of 8 to 10%, lifting millions out of poverty and revving up its status as the globe's second largest economy. One of the most jaw-dropping parts of China's transformation is manufacturing and innovation. Once dubbed the world's factory for churning out low-cost goods, China didn't just stop at cheap trinkets. It also got into the car game. And when it comes to cars, well, let's just say they initially perfected the art of reverse engineering before deciding it's time to do it our way. Fast forward to today, and China is cranking out some truly impressive rides, like the GWM Tank 300. Or otherwise known as the GWM Tank 300. Now, I know I've thrown a few playful jabs at SUVs in past videos. The Tank 300 is comfortable at navigating the urban jungle as it is conquering actual jungles. Well, we don't have jungles here in South Africa, but it's comfortable at tackling the rough gravel roads of Summerstrand. So this car is good, man. Under the hood, the tank has a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine, which puts out 162 kilowatts of power and 380 newton meters of torque. So in simple terms, this means that the tank handles obstacles like a pro, whether it's dodging pesky potholes or tackling real off-road challenges. Now, of course, the internet never sleeps, as we all know. Some folks have actually dubbed the tank as being a cheap copy of the Mercedes G-Class, or even as a Frankenstein mix with the Jeep Wrangler and the Ford Bronco. But really, if someone said I look like a knockoff Will Smith, I'll smile and say, well, at the end of the day, man, it's still Will Smith. So I'll take it as a compliment. The point is this, the tank looks good. Numbers-wise, the tank measures about 4.7 meters in length with a ground clearance of 224 millimeters. It's got a wheelbase of 2.7 meters, and both front and rear tracks are 1.6 meters wide. It has an approach angle of 33 degrees, breakover angle of 23 degrees, and a departure angle of 34 degrees. So it's built to conquer challenging terrains. Plus, the tank has a wading depth of 700 millimeters, which means it can pretty much tackle a mini river without breaking a sweat. Now on the road, the ride is smooth. The 2-liter engine doesn't feel laggy or underpowered in any way. The Tank 300 sports a look that's both handsome and, dare I say, kind of a dorky. And with a boot capacity of 400 liters, complete with a strategically placed subwoofer, of course, for those nice deep bass vibes, it's as practical as it is cool. But let's get real. The whole point of owning an SUV is to be able to crush through rough terrain, not just city potholes. So we decided to take the Tank 300 on a little urban off-road escapade at Parsons Hill climb. Our resident test driver, Maria, made light work of the descent, as we can see here, showcasing the vehicle's off-road prowess. Up the hill, it continues to impress, handling each challenge as if it was a leisurely Sunday drive, but on a Monday. Inside, the experience is no less impressive. The audio setup features 8 speakers with a subwoofer in the back that dishes out a balanced sound. It has a 12.3-inch touchscreen with good contrast that takes center stage. When it comes to driving aids, the Tank 300 doesn't disappoint. It comes loaded with adaptive cruise control, front and rear parking sensors, and a 360-degree parking camera. An absolute godsend when it comes to squeezing into tight spots. And we all know most people that have these kind of vehicles cannot park them. So having these sort of driving aids really helps. Plus, there are several driving modes to choose from. Now, there is one quirky drive mode which I didn't know if it was real or not, and that is pothole mode. Genuinely, I mean it. I'm not sure if this is a gimmick or a genius nod to our pothole plagued roads here in Gqeberha. We didn't get a chance to really put it through its paces, so if you tried it out, please drop your thoughts in the comments below. So, what do we think of the Tank 300? Well, it's competing in a very tight segment alongside some heavy hitters like the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro, the Mahindra Scorpio-N, the Toyota Fortuner, and the Isuzu Mu-X, with price tags generally hovering between 731,900 and about 744,300. So it's got some tight competition. But overall, the Tank 300 is a fantastic package, boasting a generous array of standard features and exceptional off-road capabilities that help it stand out in a very crowded field. A huge thank you to GWM Port Elizabeth, especially to Claudette Groenewald, for letting us take the Tank 300 for a spin. Now, if you're in the market for a ride that's as fun as it is formidable, like the Tank 300, check them out. I'll leave the details below. Please remember to support the channel and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more car reviews with a twist.